The Standard Model is the most successful theory in scientific history. It accounts for almost every physical interaction we can measure, from the glow of a light bulb to the fusion inside a star. But it has one massive failure. It cannot explain gravity to find the source of that failure. We have to look past the macroscopic world. If you zoom into an atom, then its nucleus, and finally its most basic components. You arrive at fundamental particles like electrons and quarks in our current models. These building blocks are defined as points. They are zero-dimensional dots that possess mass and charge, but have no volume and occupy no physical space. This creates a logical crisis. We are attempting to build a three-dimensional universe out of components that theoretically take up no room at all. When we try to calculate how gravity works at this scale, the math collapses. Gravity depends on distance. When you try to calculate the gravitational pull between two of these zero-dimensional points, the distance between their centers can shrink to literally nothing in the gravitational equation. Distance sits in the denominator. As that distance shrinks towards zero, the resulting force spikes the math, spits out a value of infinity in physics. Infinity is a signal that the theory is broken. It leads to the impossible idea of a singularity, a point of infinite density, which defies everything we know about how matter behaves to unify the physics of the stars with the physics of the atom. We have to replace the zero-dimensional dot with a shape that has a physical limit. String theory proposes a paradigm shift. It takes that impossible point and stretches it into a one-dimensional vibrating line, or a string existing at the absolute smallest limit of space. The Planck length, these strings define the identity of matter through their motion. A string vibrating at a specific frequency manifests as an electron. Change the vibration, and you change the particle when a string connects its ends to form a closed loop. It creates a very specific resonance. This vibration perfectly matches the graviton, the theoretical particle that carries the force of gravity, by giving the building blocks of nature one dimension to vibrate in the equations. No longer divide by zero, gravity and quantum mechanics finally exist in the same mathematical language. However, this fix comes with a price. When physicists calculate the behavior of these strings in our standard three-dimensional space, the vibrations become unstable, leading to impossible results like negative probabilities. The math requires the strings to have more directions to move in to cancel out these errors to achieve stability. The equations demand 9 spatial dimensions, plus 1 of time, giving the strings enough degrees of freedom to vibrate without breaking the logic of the system. We don't see these extra dimensions because while 3 spatial dimensions expanded to form our visible universe, the remaining 6 stayed curled up at a scale too small for us to detect. If we could zoom in far enough, we would find these 6 hidden dimensions folded into a complex geometric shape called a Calabi-Yau manifold, tucked away at every single point in the universe, because we can only perceive the dimensions that grew large. The 3